to be talking about my article for our senior project class. So, the title of my article was called The Most Effective Strategies for Your Music Festival Marketing. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about a summary first. So, sorry, I'm having a few little technical difficulties with my photo booth thing. Anyways, so the article talks about like the main things that you need to make sure you're doing for marketing strategy for a music festival. One of the biggest things that the author Rachel Great talks about is how hardcore festies is what she calls them, people who go to festivals all the time. They're constantly looking for music festivals to attend and stuff, so they're like searching the internet for places to go and things to do. So they also are big influencers on what their friends are going and doing. So they can tell their friends about a really cool music festival, and their friends will be like, oh, maybe I should go to that, and word of mouth, the whole 9 yards. Another thing that she talked about was streaming concerts, which has become a lot more popular in today's world, which is the COVID world. A lot of music festivals right now are starting to do live streams of really small, like, concerts of people that, would have been at their concerts this year. And that's to emphasize next year's concert and try to get people to come next year. So that's a really big thing that's going on right now. And it also still lets people feel involved and feel like they're getting their music festival experience that they love. Another thing that they talked about was making sure your ticket providers and like other partners are helping you promote your show. So if that's like Ticketmaster sending out promotional emails to people who are subscribed and are like, hey, an artist that you like is coming to a town near you doing the such and such festival. And that's a really interesting thing. And another thing is a website called Bands in Town, which you can go to and you can look up your favorite band and it'll show you like all the dates that would be closest to you. Or if you just want to look up dates, it'll show you like things to do on those dates for music, which is really cool. I've used it a couple times. And then one of the most important things for our generation, like millennials and Gen Z, is to make sure you're really upping your social media marketing and all digital marketing. Gen Z and millennials are on their phones a lot. They are looking for things to do constantly on their phones. They're scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, maybe Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and they're seeing a lot of things to do. And so if you're marketing your festival correctly, they'll see your festival and they'll be really interested in going to that. Um, and making sure that you're marketing early enough to where out of towners can come and plan their stays in advance. Very important. That helps a whole new like realm of people be able to come to your festival if it's marketed early enough. So the next part of our project or our article was to talk about the importance. So I kind of just went over the importance of the summary, but I'll just go a little bit more in depth. Basically, creating a proper marketing plan with these elements is pretty sure to ensure a successful campaign for your festival. Because, I mean, without a successful marketing campaign, you may or may not have a successful festival at all. If no one knows about it, no one's going to come, you're going to lose all that money, which is no bueno. Not good. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. So another thing that you need to like make sure you're doing is catering to your specific target audience. So if you are throwing a festival in Hattiesburg for the people who are really into like the blues and stuff, it's not going to be the best idea to use like, I don't know, just you know what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of different effective ways to do things, and social media marketing may not be the best for an older generation unless it's like Facebook, but they're not really going to be on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat for sure. So making sure that you're going for your target audience. That's one of the main things that you need to make sure you're doing. And a lot of these like strategies I noticed like seem really small, like making sure you're posting on social media, making sure you're starting early, making sure all the other things that I said, like they seem really small, like really small tasks, but they really add up and they end up contributing very heavily to your promotional process. And then talking about how I want to incorporate this. So me and Anna are collaborating now, and we're going to be doing like creating branding and marketing elements for a hypothetical festival in Hattiesburg, and we're going to have a festival guide too. That's kind of like the magazine I originally planned. So using the information in this article, I thought it'd be really helpful, so we could know like the successful marketing tools that we could use for our project. Um, and how we can decide to actually plan and piece everything together. We're thinking about making like a mock-up social media site, like for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, I think. So, understanding like starting early and heavily relying on social media and digital media um, will be very helpful for our senior project. And that's kind of all I have. My article is from Eventbrite, which is pretty, I don't know, it made a lot of sense to me to use Eventbrite because, they're the hub for events kind of online. So that's all I have.